Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of July 4th. Now Leo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here for you, Leo. Now I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Bird Messages Oracle. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to purchase them for yourself. Also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. Right, so let me make sure we're all set up and in view here. We'll get right into it. Go ahead and put this up here. Also take 3 of these oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right. So, Leo. You know what I feel like telling you? It's almost like you have no idea how powerful you are. And we have this 8-8 symbolism here in the past. You take the number 8 and you flip it on its side, right? And you get the infinity symbol. And it's almost like you have limitless potential. You have infinite potential. And you have infinite power. And it's like there was something that was holding you back from accessing the deep well of power, the deep well of courage that you have, Leo, the deep well of bravery that you have, Leo. And what I like is that you are tapping into that well of power and that bravery in the future for yourself. So we'll talk about that more as we go along, but let's just go ahead and take a look at this first card here. So this overall message is the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles says that there are rewards and recognition on the way for a quality job. You can see that this person is an artisan, right? They have the mallet, they have the anvil here. Well, you can't, not in this illustration, but in other illustrations of the card, there's like an anvil. And this person is sort of wrapping up a piece of work, right? They're finishing up this statue. And so the 3 of Pentacles can talk about how you're an artisan, you're a craftsperson, you do whatever it is that you do with an artist touch or an element of sort of craftsmanship, right? And whether you're not an artist, or it doesn't matter if you're an artist, it's just whatever you do, you kind of add a special touch to it. And that helps you get noticed in the workplace. That helps bring rewards into you, or that helps rewards come to you. It's also like a card of colleagues and maybe even mentors in one's life. But the 3 of Pentacles can refer to people that you work with, or your work setting, your 9 to 5, like your office job, anything like that. But I also think that this is probably more about just recognizing that you have some unique talent or gift here. I would not be surprised to see the 8 of Pentacles show up, as we have these double 8s in the past and now this 3 of Pentacles. But yeah, would not be surprised. But anyway, let's just continue forward here. Now, in the past, you have these double 8s. So like I was talking about, 8 is really a number of infinity and power. And you have 2 of them in the past, right? So you have this 8 of Swords here, which is the blockage that I was referring to earlier. 8 of Swords says that there is a solution to your problem, but you can't see it right now. This person here is blindfolded. They are having a hard time seeing the road ahead. And it's because that they are trapped in the imprisonment of their mind. They're trapped in their thoughts. They're in a logical trap. Okay, now here's the thing. You have the 8 of Wands with it. Okay, now the 8 of Wands is kind of the opposite energy of the 8 of Swords, where this person's kind of struggling to move forward, struggling to see the solution. The 8 of Wands delivers the solution to you right in front of you, right? Delivers right to your doorstep. The solution is right there at your doorstep, and it's coming in quickly. The Ace of Wands represents accelerated motion, things picking up, things moving ahead, things moving along. It also is about good news coming into one's life. It can also refer to maybe being in front of people, because it can also refer to like anything that's done at a distance. So social media, text messages, emails, phone calls, letters, like you communicating at a distance or even being in front of people. Because we do so much communication at a distance these days. So it's almost like, yeah, definitely a nice energy here. So it's almost like you've figured it out, right? I get this idea of you figuring out the solution with the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I should also say that like the collective has been getting the Eight of Swords for weeks now. For whatever reason, the Eight of Swords has been coming in for weeks. And it's almost like there's something there at the collective level that is interesting to me. So in the future, you have more swords cards. You have the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords. Two of the swords card that people like to see. The Six of Swords is this idea of going through a transition, and it's this idea of kind of sailing to a new place. It's this, like I was saying at the beginning of this reading, you are kind of having the bravery and the courage to get in the boat, okay? And to start sailing somewhere, to start going somewhere new. This family here knows they're going somewhere, but they're not exactly sure where they're going yet. They're sort of being guided to a new place or to a new journey. You also have the Four of Swords, which is healing, rest, and recovery from a potentially heartbreaking situation, but it doesn't have to be always heartbreaking, but it's healing, rest, and recovery from a situation here. So with that Four of Swords, it's like, I feel like this is kind of the perfect antidote to this Eight of Swords. You have like a really nice, what I would say, like antidote to the Eight of Swords with the Eight of Wands and also Four of Swords in the future healing. And I also think, if anything, your talents can sort of light the way for you, as well as you have this Three of Pentacles here. So let's see what else we have. Okay, the other swords card that people were really like to see, I was just wondering when this was going to come in. You have the Ace of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Hanging Man, and you have the Ten of Swords. So you're noticing a pattern here, Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords cards out of 9 cards. Okay, so the majority of the cards here are swords. What does that mean? Well, that talks about situations around communication and or situations around your mental process. So the way that you think, right? And so it's almost like the only limitation that exists is the one that you are placing on yourself. When it comes to this idea of having unlimited power, you were placing a limitation on yourself. And with the Eight of Swords here showing up, that's a breakthrough. You actually have 2 cards indicating breakthrough energy with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Both can indicate the clouds clearing, making way for something new. Ace of Swords can also represent like divine intervention or divine breakthroughs in life. It's a very, very good card. It's also a great energy for like if you're looking to kind of create clarity in your communication. Definitely something you want to see, like breakthroughs in communication. You have this Knight of Pentacles here as well. The Knight of Pentacles talks about you kind of moving forward, going through or receiving results or rewards for all of your hard work, all of your energy and the effort that you've been putting into something. Definitely a nice energy to find when you get the Knight of Pentacles, something that everybody likes to see because it implies that you have really earned an outcome, you've earned a result, which I definitely feel like is coming in here with the Three of Pentacles. Definitely like to see this. It's almost like maybe some of you are, it's almost like some of you are ready. I'm not sure what the reward looks like. There's not a whole, we only have 1 Wands card, which Wands is the suit of work. So it's like, I'm not sure where the reward is sort of showing up here, other than it seems like it's through, it could be the reward of a clear mental process, clear communication, or like a clearing of your mental process. That could also be the case. I know it's a little bit abstract, but that could certainly be coming in. You do have the hanging man as well. The hanging man is like this idea of like letting go. Sometimes you have to give something up to get something else, right, in life. And there's, you know, sometimes you have to just kind of create balance. And really the hanging man needs to go for something, which we see you doing here with the Six of Swords, getting in the boat, going for something, not knowing where you're going, but knowing you're going somewhere. Then you have this Ten of Swords, which is an ending, okay? It is something that's done. It is something that's over. The illustration, really, of the Ten of Swords and almost any Ten of Swords card is always challenging. But the reason it's challenging is because it suggests that there's finality, okay? It suggests that something is ending and it probably won't come back. But the other way of looking at that is there is something in your life that no longer serves you and it won't be back. So that's actually a good thing, right? Like, who wants to hold on to things that no longer work for us or no longer serve us? That's what the hanging man is doing. The hanging man's holding on. And so if anything, there's a real clearing here that is available to you in the future. Let's go and see what else we have here. Take a look at these 3 oracle cards. So you have Dodo, tread lightly on earth. I really like that. You have acorn woodpecker, accumulate in times of plenty to ensure abundance in times of scarcity. And you also have green heron, profit through learning and observation. I love this idea of treading lightly on earth. Don't take yourself too seriously here, Leo. You know, it is what it is sometimes. But isn't this interesting? We now have this message of accumulation showing up. And the thing that I find so interesting about this is that you have it with the Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles can indicate an apprentice in your life, or you being an apprentice, or you having a mentor in your life, and you have it through observation. Actually, this person's observing your work here. If you take a look, this person's observing and critiquing their work. And so it's almost like maybe some of you are adding a skill set here, or you're strengthening the skill set you have. Then you can then take that strengthening and maybe get a higher paying job, start a side hustle, and doing this will allow you to accumulate more. Definitely like the message of accumulation here for you. Let's see what else we have. Wow, so you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, and you have the High Priestess. So just as I said, we do not have a lot of wands, we get more wands here. So the Ace of Wands is the card you want to find if you are looking to physically start something. I love that you have double aces here. Double aces in a tarot reading is always a good sign. It's a powerful new beginning. The Ace of Wands is one of my favorite cards. It's the best card to find if you're looking, like I said, to physically start something. Think side hustles, you know, freelance businesses, your own job, or your own career, self-employment. Anything like that is all on the table when you have the Ace of Wands. It can also say a new job, but take a look here in the background. You have the Castle. So castles in tarot represent rewards and riches. And what have I said in this reading? You have rewards here showing up all over the place in this message of accumulation. I don't think this is about windfalls, sadly. I think that this is, sadly or not sadly, I think just the honest message is that this is accumulation through effort and through starting something. And I think some of you are putting in the effort, especially because that's the way that the Knight of Pentacles would accumulate. They would accumulate through effort. And I think that that's what's happening here. You also have this Four of Wands, which is foundation and stability, I think, and achievements in your career life. It's also new starts. And then you have the High Priestess as well, which is trusting your gut. It's the divine feminine. It says that your feeling energy or your intuitive energy might be the best way forward at this time. Your ability to feel your way through something might be the best way forward when you have the High Priestess. So let's see what else we have. You have the Nine of Cups and you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish, right? So definitely big wish energy coming in. The Two of Swords is maybe this idea of kind of needing to decide and having a hard time deciding. It is blindfold energy. Remember, we had this blindfold with the Eight of Swords. Now we have it coming in here with the Two of Swords. It's just like, don't take it too seriously here. Tread lightly. Tread lightly on earth, you know? And sometimes we have to take a step back and zoom out and not take things so seriously. And as we do that, the answer is just sort of there. At the top of the pyramid, happily ever after, you have the 10 of Cups. That's one of the happiest cards to find in the tarot. It's the feeling of having all 10 cups overflowing. It's joy, it's celebration, it's abundance, all of those things, all good things when you have the 10 of Cups. It's the reward at the end of the rainbow. And I love that for you. At the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles. So big energy here showing up around accumulation and around creating stability in your life, creating structure in your life through your talents, through your skills, hobbies, passions. Yeah, so love this for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.